Are haplogroups M1 and R1 the result of a back migration into Africa? Researchers speculate that M1 and U6 carrying peoples from West Asia carried these haplogroups back to Africa between 40,000 and 45,000 years before the present. Other researchers claim the Y chromosome haplogroup R1 is the result of a back migration. They never date this alleged back migration of haplogroup R1. The theory that R1 is the result of a back migration is not supported by several reasons. First, R1 is now known as primarily RM343, which is predominantly found among Africans. Secondly, both M269 and V88 are R1 haplogroups found in Africa. The fact that the main European R1 haplogroup is M269 is also found throughout Africa suggests an African origin for this haplogroup. Moreover, haplogroup V88 is older than M269. This dating favors an African origin for the R1 haplogroup. The idea that M1 and U6 made a back migration to Africa 40,000 to 45,000 years ago is ludicrous. It is ludicrous because Neanderthal people dominated Europe around this time, and that not until 32,000 years ago do we find anatomically modern humans in the Levant and Eastern Europe. As a result, there could not have been any modern humans in Eurasia to be able to carry haplogroup M1 back to Africa. The evidence indicates that Cro-Magnon man originated in Africa, migrated into Europe across the Straits of Gibraltar between 45,000 and 35,000 BC into Iberia, and then moved eastward into Eastern Europe and the Middle East, where they slowly replaced Neanderthal populations. Finally, the Aurignacians did not come from the Levant. The spread of Aurignacian culture from France and Spain to Central Europe suggests that there were two out-of-Africa events, one from the east and another later out-of-Africa event across the Straits of Gibraltar 40,000 years before the present. As a result, the dates for the Near Eastern Aurignacian in Eurasia is far too late to have accounted for any back migration. The archaeological evidence makes it clear that the Aurignacian culture moved from west to east. It is also evident that archaic humans were replaced in much of the Levant by the Levantine Aurignacian culture bearers by a local variant of the technology at Zar Akil, which dates at 32,000 years ago. As a result, there is no real archaeological evidence supporting a back migration of either the M1 haplogroup or R1 haplogroups back to Africa from Eurasia.